The comic companies are pushing grooming to a whole new height. And this is totally the intention. Yes, it's about converting kids into these lifestyles. It's conversion. They say we want to convert your kids. It is a religion to them, these debaucherous, uh, weird sexual fetishes that they have. And it's all about children. It always is. And so DC has been going overdrive to make sure that all of their children characters are now some form of gay. Superman's son, high school. Yep. You got Robin now doing it. You got Starfire's daughter acting like a whatever. This is exactly what every character is who's a young, underage character. It's insidious, and this is 100% an agenda. And it's not just the stories. They're not putting characters in stories. Yeah, you'll see in just a second. They're putting this symbolism in there as like a brainwashing tactic. And this is a culture war situation, which is bigger than we ever thought. It's incredible. All right, my name is John Delarose, and I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator who is pushing back against this evil satanic culture that Hollywood, DC Comics, Marvel Comics is pushing. And we're doing our own thing. We're making comics. We're making novels. In fact, this Kickstarter that's coming up has one of each. So if you like to read books, you're going to be able to read my Ayla Rin book. If you like to read comics, we have the Overmind graphic novel for you. And this is launching in 11 days. There's this green button right here. You can get notified on launch just to make sure you don't miss it. With beautiful art. We have a cover from Aaron Lopresti, who used to draw Wonder Woman, and we're taking the culture back, and we're making comics great again. All right, sign up down below, and make sure also to sign up for my Subscribe Star. This is my monthly sort of setup where you get all my content, and it helps me to be able to be a full-time content creator. I appreciate everybody who's on here already. All right, the new story. We have Jonathan Kent, the new Superman, who's a teenage boy now, because they had to change and get rid of that old heterosexual Superman. We didn't like that. Now he's getting a pride-themed cape. Yes. Not to be outdone, he's not gay enough with his pink-haired dude who he's making out with all the time. Now he has to have a cape that has that whole flag with all the ugly colors on it that signify every single possible diversity, whatever. So he's got to wear that with pride, because that's what superheroing's about. It's not about saving people or, getting cats out of trees, stopping trains from hitting pedestrians, or stopping people from robbing a bank, or taking down supervillains. No, it's about virtue signaling at every turn. That is what real heroism is. It's about identity and complaining that you're oppressed. That is what the kids want these days. It's unbelievable. Yes, they're actually putting that full flag on there on display on his cape now, and that's what they're doing. But this isn't the first to do it. They've already done it literally in the movies with the Doctor Strange movie. They made it a little pin right here for America Chavez in the movie, but they wanted to make sure that you knew that you were going to be forced to watch this and accept that that's what heroism is these days. It's the pin, it's the flag, it's it's whatever the cause of the week is. So I'm surprised she wasn't wearing a Ukraine flag, to be honest, in the movie. But yes, this is more important. The whole gay, trans, whatever. There's so many different colors now because we have too many different causes and too many different genders to represent over the course of this. It's insanity. These writers have no ability to write anything. All they do is this one trick every single time. We did a video earlier this morning about how they're now turning the X-Men into transgender X-Men. It is exactly what they want to push. It's becoming so overt now, you can't even read a comic book. You can't give your kid a comic book because you can't trust that they're not going to do this weird stuff in it. It's bizarre. Oh, well, that's why we're doing something different. That's why you got to turn away from corporate culture, these movies, these people who make these from Hollywood who are directing this down to the comic level. Because what happens is, at the Hollywood level, they love these lifestyles. Hollywood is a debaucherous place. You know that Weinstein goes and messes with little girls and things like that. And there's a whole culture around that casting couch, which is real. And they manipulate young teenagers into getting abused and then to getting addicted to drugs so that they can get abused more easily. That's what they want in Hollywood, and that's why they're pushing this kind of agenda where everything goes. Now, they do it for the comics for a reason. They have their comic writers write this so that they have storyboards for their movies so they can throw this into the movies. So it's going to be a vicious cycle of woke be getting more woke over the next few years. They're finally becoming so open about this that they're inserting it into every movie. But the next step is, of course, these main characters are just going to be all about this because they're doing it with the side characters now to try to trick you and to ease you into it. It's like a frog boiling, but slowly. Just turn up that heat ever so slowly. They'll never notice it. I think at this point we are noticing it. And at this point, we are doing something about it and speaking out. Got to tell Hollywood no. All right, hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.